right, so tonight I have Miss Hood Unicorn, and she's a radio talk show host, entrepreneur, interviewer, black woman, mother, queen, all that in between. And yeah, would you like to introduce them to yourself?
Hey, how y'all doing? What's up? Everybody knows me as Sunshine Reigns, aka Uni the Motivator, aka the Party Starter, aka Griselda Blanca. But most people know me as the Hood Unicorn. I have a radio show called All Hustle No Fear. It's on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. And all I want to do is run my business and do ratchet shit with my friends. That's it.
That's what I'm talking about, kid, folks. That's how you do it. That's how you introduce yourself. I'm telling you. That's how you do it. You sound like, well, you sound like you about to step out to a what they call it, the probate shows or something. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Introduce yourself. Yeah, that's you. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Oh, hilarious.
That's cool. All right, man, that's cool. I'm gonna just go on to the questions. I'm sorry. All right, so mm, that's how you do it. That's how you represent yourself.
Yeah.
All right, so Miss Hood Unicorn, my first question for you is, what's your zodiac sign?
Oh, baby, I'm a Libra. You know, we the only things in the zodiac that's not made of carbon. We a little special, so I'm a little special, a little off, a little different.
What do they say about Libras?
Well, they say we love hard, which is true. They say we liars. I don't believe that. I tell you how Ti is. But for the most part, we just want to have balance. You know, we are the scales of justice. I definitely believe in being fair and being just. I can't stand a bully. I I'm a romantic. I'm a Libra to the heart. Anything they say about Libras, I guarantee you, they probably talking about me. They probably talking about
That's
me.
cool. That's cool. Miss Unicorn, do you have a favorite color?
Um, Anything that look good on me when the flash going off. Like
Okay.
at that moment, my color palettes they change by my moods and my personalities. But after I take the picture, if it looked good on me, that's my favorite color at the moment.
Yes, ma'am. I know that's right. Um, my next question for you is, do you have a favorite number?
Anything with lots of zeros and commas. Yeah. Yeah, just zeros and commas. They all the numbers in front of them look good together. So I'm about all of those numbers. As long as they keep rolling, I like those kind.
No, that's right. Um, I gotta stay in contact with you. You could put me on a lot of games. I need to know how to make it like that. For real. I ain't never seen no commas before. I ain't lying to you. Yeah, that's what's up. My next question for you is, what are your five favorite foods?
Uh, Macaroni cheese. You gotta have some macaroni and cheese. The last couple of days, I have really been feeling some fried salmon bites. I don't know where that came from, but I messed around and made some one day, and then I made it like 3 other days. So let's say fried salmon bites. Definitely like French toast. That's a breakfast thing. Let's put a candy in there. So I like red vines and Twizzlers for all of y'all folks out there who be talking junk. It's a difference. There's a difference between red vines and Twizzlers, but you gotta like one for one reason and one for the other. Is that
Yes,
4?
ma'am. Yes,
5?
ma'am.
That's 4. I get one more. What else do I? What other food? Cannabis. It tastes good with all kind of foods. You just sprinkle it on everything. It's good.
Absolutely. You dope. You dope, man. I'm telling you, you dope. All right. So my next question for you is, what are your five favorite restaurants to go to?
Hmm. Okay, so out here, you know what? can it not just be restaurants? Can it be food? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because I hit up a couple different things, and so I want to shout out some people. First, let me say it's a place off of Cascade Road, right down here by the Publix, and it's called Gaucher's. Baby, I don't know what this lady doing in there. I think she beat her cooks because her food be the same every time you go. Her consistency is amazing. And I go for brunch, Gaucher's. That is great. Another one.
What you get from there?
Oh, she has crunchy French toast. Yeah, I don't know how she make it crunchy, but it's bad. It's that girl bad. Gaucher's. So I want to give a big shout out to a guy out here in Atlanta. He does a pop up and it's called Island Flavors ATL. He makes these empanadas. I absolutely love his chicken empanadas. He's amazing. Another one that I love is Garden Widow or Garden Bistro, but you can find her at Garden_Widow. Her food is amazing. It's good. She does pop-ups as well. Another good one is Good Girl Gourmet. She has amazing food. I love her. Shea Butter Jones. He has a food truck. I love him. And then is that 5?
It's okay. You got some more to say. Go ahead and say them. It's okay.
Big shout out to Life Infused because I love them for my infused treats. And myself, shit, I be cooking. I cook. My food be good. Who is it? The Popos?
Nah, it ain't them. It's my kinfolk. You know, shoot.
Thought we had to duck. I was about to close my camera. They wasn't about to see me.
Girl, I would have. Hey, bump this interview. I gotta talk to you later. You know. Nah, we
pull that slide down. Ooh.
For real. All right, so. Matter of fact, one thing I want to say, because I wasn't gonna ask you where you're from, but you already said it now. So like, I just want to say, man, shout out to Atlanta, because y'all heat right now. Like, Ola Runt just dropped the tape, his third tape. Man, he fire. Ola
That's
Runt,
what's
he
up.
doing his thing.
Like, I'll check him out.
You don't know? You don't know him?
Olan Run?
Ola Runt.
No, I haven't heard of him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, drop him. Just send me something in my chat.
Girl,
I'll check him out.
He rocked with Gucci Man. He was he was supposed to sign, but some stuff happened. Ain't in my business. But yeah, like I ain't in there. I just like I'm all about positivity. I don't nothing else.
Right. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Fuji, man, he hard. Fujiano, he hard. Please tell me you know him. I know you know. You don't know Fujiano? Baby mama ain't. She won't let me see my son.
Yeah. I know that song. Baby mama ain't shit. She won't let me see my son. Yeah. No. Okay, now when you start rapping it, I know it. But let me be 100% honest with you, okay? I'm 38 years old. So I'm still kind of stuck in the 90s, early 2000 is mostly what I listen to. And if it's not that, then I'm listening to stuff like Jesse Reyes or Ari Lennox, you know, stuff like that. I'm a real moody, broody music type of person. You know what I'm saying? I like Black, I like him. 6ix9ine, Black like 6ix9ine, or however you say his name is. I like him. Ooh, Muskago. Yeah, he plays instruments and stuff. So I love that, you know. Or I'm into some real broody music. And if I'm not listening to that, then I'm listening to a lot of indie artists that I promote on my show. Shout out to We SA, shout out to Joey H, shout out to Sky High, shout out to Dope Diana, folks like that. So I'm listening to a lot of Atlanta indie artists. Shout out to Indie 500. Like it's people out here in the A that have a lot of my brain is saying eclectic, but it's just the Atlanta music scene is amazing. I saw a meme one time that said Atlanta really did give up its sports industry for popping ass wings and a great music scene. And that's real talk. Like the wings is popping. Let me get some let me get some lemon pepper, some hot honey lemon pepper, all extra crispy. And I'm definitely about to go hit up and see who performing out around Atlanta because it's gonna be popping. Some really dope people out here. Shout out Willie Hen. I want to get him on my show.
That's cool. Man, I gotta sing you Homeboy though. I gotta sing you a couple songs from him.
Oh yeah, definitely. I always like listening to some new folks.
See, I thought everybody in Atlanta knew him.
Well, I mean, again, it's just all relative, and then you never know. You might play some stuff, and I'd be like, yeah, I know this, and it's just because I'm not great with names, or you know what I'm saying. Like, it's been a long time since I opened up a CD album and read off who the producer was, and looked all that stuff up. I kind of just vibe into it and keeping it moving. So.
Absolutely. Well, I'm gonna say this since you said you're a little bit older than me. I'm gonna say who I'm gonna say. Pastor Troy. My nigga fuck with sex. Ain't no more playing G8. My nigga fuck yeah.
Hold on. First of all, I done got to see Pastor Troy perform at some of the places that I be at. Pastor Troy was actually at one of the places I was at like 2 weeks ago. Shout out to Bonfire ATL. Pastor Troy was there a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, what?
See, man. So I'm gonna tell you like
I was listening to Pastor Troy in the back of the school bus when the original songs came. We're not gonna go there. So let's go. When that song came out.
For real. So like the people who raised me, they like 30, 40, 50 years old. That was their music back then. So
right.
Like when I was a little kid, they used to put me on. So it's like
I remember when T.I. was working the college circuit. Like when T.I. was still performing at colleges and stuff like that, I was I was out there during that time. Like PSC too, and PSC and PSC to underground music. I remember all of that. You talk about Pastor Troy, shoot, I remember Drama and Will Archie. Ooh. Good God, I remember being on stage with Archie. Don't tell them.
That's cool, man. Like,
oh man, I've been around Atlanta for a minute.
That's cool. I can't meet Pastor Troy, man. If I meet him, I knew him since I feel like I knew him since I was a little kid. I just want to give him a hug. Like, hey, bro, you might be uncle, dog. Just give me a hug.
You gonna make me go find that picture I have with him? See, because I know I got a picture. I have a picture. I have a picture with Pastor Troy somewhere. I know I do.
I want to hug Pastor Troy. No homo. Like, I want to hug Pastor Troy. I want to hug Big Boy. I want to hug Andre. Shoot, T.I. Man, I just like, I was like 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, little kid, and it's like, man, I got respect for all them boys. I ain't gonna keep going because it's not my interview. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep going.
Well, that's what I do. I interview people. You got stuck. That's all. You got caught.
I gotta let it be known because a lot of people don't give Atlanta enough credit, and no, Atlanta doing their thing.
Yeah.
If they don't like it, they don't need you anyway. Atlanta's a big city, and they got as much love in that as they need. They don't need nobody
like 3000 said, the South got something to say.
For real. Like, for real. They be doing their thing. All right, so Miss Hood Unicorn, my next question for you is, what 5 countries would you like to visit?
I want to go to Uruguay. I want to go to the Philippines. I definitely want to go to Japan. I would like to go to Fiji and Nepal. I think that's 5. Africa's not a country, it's a continent, but I'm gonna throw Africa in there because I can just throw something and say let's go anywhere in Africa and be happy about going there. So, but I do know that Africa is not a country, it's a continent. So I'm not gonna say Africa because you said countries.
Absolutely. And Africa is one of the only continents that's not connected to nothing else. Just to let that be known, it's by itself because they don't need nobody either. Just like Atlanta. Yeah. My next question for you is: would you rather go into space or deep sea diving?
Deep sea.
What would you like to see underwater?
Whatever's down there. And let me first say this. I am a very big space buff. Like if you go on my YouTube, it's a lot of space type stuff. But on the same token, there's a lot of marine and like I don't know if you know this, but the Mariana Trench is the deepest location on the earth, like as far as how far down it goes. And we've never explored that, but we've supposedly gone to the moon and stuff like that. I'm not saying we haven't or we have, but I'm married to somebody who believes the earth is flat. So I have to say supposedly. Um, as much money as it takes for us to leave our planet, there's so much of our planet that we have not discovered yet that to me, it makes more sense to stay here and find out what you don't know about what's here than to leave here and find out what's going on up there. Though I'm extremely interested in space. I'm man, I love just sitting down watching space. I can't even explain it.
I understand. When you said that, it made me think like that's like somebody going out taking care of somebody else's kids or taking care of a lot of kids and being loving and caring for them, but they treat their own children like dirt. That's how I feel. Like what you said when they go to space and we can't even take care of home first. What? That's like
You don't even know what's going on down here, man.
real. How you gonna try to clean? How you gonna try to clean somebody else's house and your house dirty?
Say it
Mm,
again.
you can't do that. Like it don't make no sense. But yeah, and there's too much homeless people in America
Wow,
right
I
now.
hit it.
You hit the
I'm sorry.
lottery.
Huh?
You hit
No,
the
I don't
lottery
play the lottery. I do forex.
for sure, for sure,
I
for
trade
sure.
I trade currencies, and since I've been on the phone with you, I just made some money. I was waiting to see it hit. Now that it hit, I can really pay attention. Now I made my money. What's
Man,
up?
I know that's right. For real. My next question for you is: what are your five favorite animals?
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! No. Um. What animals do I like? I like giraffes because explain a giraffe. Like really. Oh, long neck, long leg, horse looking ass damn thing. It's just weird. Like it's a giraffe. Even the word giraffe, like
No.
it's a giraffe. You know what I mean? It's just I like it's something about a giraffe, you know. Um, what else would I say? I like monkeys. And I'm only gonna say I like monkeys because they mischievous, like watching them and stuff like that. You know, I definitely would want to go to India and watch one of the monkeys like pick people's pockets. I wouldn't leave my stuff in my pocket, but I like to watch them steal some stuff. That would be funny. I like dolphins because they the only animal on planet that have sex for the pure pleasure of it, not because they're trying to procreate. So that means they mentally elevated. Uh, it's this fish that it spin like to mate. It moved the rocks on the ground to make these real pretty designs or whatnot. And a lot of times, if you know anything about the Fibonacci, they this fish makes its designs and it follows the rules of the Fibonacci, and it's really weird and it's dope as fuck. And it's a fish, so that means it's underwater. So you got to think about it. It's a fish moving rocks in the sand during the current, all so it can mate. That's love, Shad. That's a lot of love. 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 I like that. I like that. What's that? A giraffe. What else I say? A dolphin, monkeys, and a fish. Okay, I need one more. I like birds. I like birds. That's an animal. It don't matter what kind. I just like all of them because I pull up birds to look at different colors for hair because I like fantasy colors, I guess they call them. And so a lot of times, if I'm looking to find out what colors blend together or what the colors might look dope together, I either look at birds or trees because they put together some really dope ass colors you wouldn't think about. You ever seen a cockatoo? I got a hairdo where I look like one. I had glow in the dark hair one time.
How you do that?
Hey, I'm a hairstylist, don't ask. But I made my hair glow in the dark. Kale's too. Kale's hair glue in the dark one time.
What?
I'm gonna send you a picture. I made Kale's hair look like cotton candy. Man, I've done some shit to Kale's. I love that girl. I've done some real. She's let me do some shit to her hair.
That's cool. That's cool. You got cotton candy and glow in the dark.
Yeah. Here she go. Yeah, this one right here. That one glue in the dark. Here, I'm about to send you this picture. What else? What other questions do you have for me, sir?
Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is do you have any pets?
Right now, I have a dog, 2 turtles, and a fish.
What's your animal's names?
Uncle Donald, Uncle Pete, those are the turtles. The fish, if they named that fish, I don't care. I ain't paying that fish no attention. That guppy has nothing to do with me. And the dog's name is Monster, like Monstar, Monstar, and he's his own kind of weird. But he fits in with the family because everybody else in this family weird as hell too. So
For real, that's cool. What are your 5 favorite drinks?
um can't even tell you what my brain just said first because that would be cannabis juice. um I'm about to post this anyway because her hair looked just too fabulous on this anyway, and I gotta post it to be like, yeah. Hey Kels, remember when? Um, let's see. Jack, cannabis juice, water, Sprite, that ice from Sonics. That should be amazing. Not in that order, but definitely those 5 things.
For real.
Oh, a lemonade Sprite mix. I like that too. I be liking that too.
That's cool. Do you like to go shopping?
No, no. I am definitely the type of person who needs a personal shopper. Um, I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to waste the time doing it, but I'd rather the clothes just appear. I'm actually a minimalist by heart, or I would like to be a minimalist, meaning I'd like to have a capsule wardrobe. You only have like 8 to 10 pieces, and you interchange those pieces, and you have different pieces for different seasons or whatever. I promise you, I can wear some jeans, a tank top, some heels, and a blazer every day and be fine. Okay, I'll give you an example of a capsule wardrobe or somebody who would be somebody in the industry who does a capsule wardrobe. Janelle Monáe. You always see her black, white, red, you know, some sort of combination of that, and she always stays in this certain type of realm. That would be me. It's just I would have to have it as my style. But yeah,
Yes, ma'am. I just seen that picture you sent me too. That's just
yeah,
hard. That's just
yeah,
hard.
yeah. Kels, I've done some things to Kels hair. I'll find the one where I made my hair glow too, because that was dope too.
For real. What was your favorite subjects in school?
Um, I I unfortunately so look. I think my mom's been running from the feds or she's in witness protection because we moved like all the time. I went to 5 different high schools. I don't know how many elementary schools I went to. I started, I never graduated from junior high school. So I started junior high school in California in ninth grade and then finished ninth grade in Ohio, but ninth grade in Ohio was high school. So I started junior high school at the beginning of the year and then ended in high school at the end of the year. I had no transition. I just went from one to the other. So I saying all that to say I was never around a school long enough to really have a favorite. I've enjoyed learning as an adult. My learning has come as an adult and been like, ooh, okay, now I like math, but I like math because now it makes sense. I'm not looking at the Pythagorean theorem. I'm looking at if I got $100 and I made another $75 and I need $300. How many more dollars do I need? That's why math is fun now. Or I've always loved to read. I've always loved to read, and reading is fundamental. So that's why you see that I have those. I'm always looking for authors who want to promote their books, Black authors as well. We need somebody to tell our stories the way we talk. It's things like that why I do some of the things that I do. Why I do the things I do.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. My next question for you is, what were your three favorite school lunches?
Whenever the school would have Arby's and whenever they would have Pizza Hut, that was always great. Um, I graduated from Pebblebrook High School here in Atlanta, and I don't know why, but they used to have this like strawberry shortcake thing. That shit was always good whenever they would have it. Kids buy that first, so you got to get the lunch early to get that. But other than that, no other school food stuck out to me. School food is Michelle tried, and y'all didn't like what she was trying to do, but American school food is jail food. I don't play them games. I'd rather take. No lie. In high school, I was taking spaghetti to school. Like I would cook a pot of spaghetti and take this big ass like Tupperware to school because me and my friends we would eat. Like I would cook food at home and bring food for me and my friends to eat. Get real good in with the teachers, and then be able to microwave it in the teachers' lounge. We ate good, but it wasn't school food.
For real.
I brought a whole cake to school one time. Like, fuck it, we got to smash.
That's fire. That's fire. We used to in North Carolina they have something. It's like they didn't want they didn't want to promote obesity, so we have snack machines, but you can't use them to add in to. They don't cut on to 3 o'clock whenever school ends. So like you cool with I know for
That's
real.
not even economically sound. Like, as the person owning the vending machine, because I want to own a vending machine, but I want my vending machine to have school supplies in it, because y'all can't never find your pencils. But look, somebody gonna take that idea, and I don't care. There's a million of them out there. But if you don't turn the snack machine on until after school over, then the person owning the vending machine ain't making no money. That's a bad investment. If I was them, I'd be mad at the school.
Absolutely.
Look, my business mind kicked in real quick. Wait, no, wait, what? You not turning on my vending machine till they leave? The fuck? No.
Absolutely. But now, if you cool with the teachers though, you can give them you give them $1. They go in the lounge for you, and the student in the teachers lounge get you a soda or something.
Hell yeah.
For real, you got a
Hell
school
yeah.
lounge. And then some people that ain't cool with the cheese, they be like, "Can you go get man? I don't do that. I don't know what
You
you
go
talking
get
about."
in trouble.
For real,
Not friendly jizz.
for real. um, I'm gonna ask these two next questions back to back because they go together. The first one is, what are your plans for the next 5 years? And the second one is, what are your plans for the next 10 years?
I don't think that far ahead. And the only reason why I don't think
And
that far ahead is because everything is changing too fast. Our world literally changes every 6 months as far as technology is concerned. So to say what I would be doing in 5 years is to almost try to say that I know it's gonna be flying cars. You know what I mean? Like that's like 10 iPhones away, man. It's no way for me to say that one. It would be hubris of me to try to say where I would be or what I'd be doing in 5 years. Because to be honest with you, if you would have told me 18 months ago, no. If you would have told me, yeah, if you would have told me about 18 months ago that I'd have a radio show and I'd have 17,000 listeners monthly, I'd laugh at you in your face. So I can't. I've learned to humble myself and not to try to think out that far. Are there things that I would definitely like to accomplish in my lifetime? Yes, there are things on my list that if I'm able to continue on my path the way that I'm going, and if I can solidify things or if I'm put in the right situations on my path, then there are long-term goals that I definitely have. But for me, my goals that I can express vividly tend to be 6 months to a year goals. Anything else I don't want to call it a wish, but it's that list of things that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. But truth be told, my journey might take me on a completely different path, and me being the type of person to say yes compared to saying no. It's almost like that movie with Jim Carrey, where you can't say no to anything. You have to say yes.
yes,
Shonda
ma'am.
Rhimes also wrote a book where she was saying, take a moment and just step into the fact that those things that you don't know that you can do, or you're afraid to say yes to do them because you don't know how you're going to do them, just go ahead and say yes and figure it out later. So that's the path that I've been on. I do not have a broadcasting degree. I don't have any broadcasting knowledge, but I started off with a radio show. I had an hour and I create content for 3 hours now. You want to ask me in 5 years? 5 years, I want to be number one on hits. I want to have a 4 hour, 5 day a week show. Now, whether or not that's going to take me 5 years to do, or whether or not in 5 years I'm still doing that, or I'm even doing a radio show, I don't know. I would like to be on Roku TV. Somebody out there might be watching this, and you never know. They might be like, you know what? Let me tell her how she can get on Roku. So I have things that are on my list, but I don't look at them as if I want to do this in 5 years or I want to do this in 10 years. Because I think as humans, we put ourselves on this timetable or on a timeline, and then once we don't ascertain those certain goals by certain times, we look at ourselves like, like we fail. All too much, you got people that 30 years old that's like, I gotta hurry up and get married and have kids. Ain't no rush, baby. Ain't no rush. Ain't You can have your kids at 37. Trust me. Okay. Fuck them kids. Wait. Do what you gotta do. You ain't no reason in rushing trying to get married in your 20s or your early 30s at that.
Yes, ma'am. You talking about people on Roku? Like, look, I just started 3 weeks ago, so I don't think Roku is not looking at my channels. Like, ain't nobody
You
looking
don't
at
know
Roku
that.
right now.
You don't know who. You don't know who is. That's the thing too. Never be afraid to introduce yourself, and never be afraid to promote you have to shamelessly plug yourself to everybody. You don't know who a person is, or not even. It's not even about who they are. It's who they know. It might not be. I'm gonna give you for example. What's his name? Gary Vee told somebody one time. He said, if I was you, I would follow all the head executives to the shows you're trying to get on, or the network you're trying to get on. Find out who they are, and then find out who their kids are. Follow their kids on TikTok. Get their kids to follow you back on TikTok. Now their kids is talking about, look, Dad, look, this guy funny as hell. Look at these interviews he doing. All because, and now you got on the show, or you got on this network, or you got on here, not because the father was following you, but because the kids were, and the kids thought you were funny. It's not always about the fact that the Roku executive is following you. It might be that his sister following you, and every time he around his sister, she cracking up laughing at your shit. And he's like, who is this? Why is you laughing at her all the time?
For real. That's cool. That's how I found out about Fujiano. Everybody around here playing them so much. It's like, man, who y'all playing? Why y'all keep playing the same song over and over and over? Like, before I even heard the song, I knew all the words. Like,
what's that? Oh, what's that one song? I love that little ratchet ass song. Shit. How does that song?
it's about the girls.
Where they talking about airway. Get that bread, get that head, airway.
Yeah.
Airway. I like that little ratchet ass. I don't know.
For real.
In the club, Godzilla going tripping, ain't getting it, now scream. Nah. Can't tell you all the word, but I swear to God, that song I go ham on it. So you never know. And he probably didn't even try to put that song out there like that. Just playing around and put that on his Instagram, and we done reposted it over and over and over again. And now somebody at the radio was like, "Yo, put this on the radio. This shit funny as hell." You know what I'm saying? And now he got it. You just don't know. You don't know where your blessing gonna come from. So don't try to tell the universe how to give you your blessing. Just put your shit out there and let the universe to decide how your blessing gonna come.
Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is, do you have any special talents?
Do that count? Okay, so look, when I was so look, are my glasses? Yep, they are. So look, when I was we go to the mall, right? This was back when people used to go to the mall and just hang out, right? You'd be walking around, right? And then the guys will walk up to you and they be like, "Hey, how you doing, little red?" And you be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And they be like, "So can I get your number?" And you be like, "Oh my God, you like me?" Yes, my phone number is. And they be like, "Yo."
I've been not ever get. Ain't no way.
Do they count?
That's a talent.
Okay. Because I can turn it on and off. It happens whenever.
Hey, like the old folks say, you better stop before it gets stuck like that. Somebody hit you in your back, it's gonna get stuck.
I heard that one before. That's good. Yeah, other than that, I mean, nah, I don't have no special talent.
So, I mean, shoot, being a radio show host is definitely a talent. Because not everybody can do that.
I just talk a lot. That's all. I put to use that little line on your. Remember when you be at school and your teacher be like, "She talks too much in class." I'm just utilizing that little line they put on there, "Talks too much in class" to others.
Now what, Miss Barker?
Yes, Miss Butts. I talk too much. And yes, I did have a teacher named Miss Butts.
Did she have cake?
Did she what?
Have cake? Did she have any cake?
Like booty? Oh no, this was back when teachers was like 60 years old teaching. Like these,
The stinking ones.
yeah. You know the ones who when she talking to you, you like, dang man. Okay, I got an A. Back up. You're hot. Sure, these teachers now, you be like, sure, what club you gonna be at this weekend? I'm gonna come hit you up. That happened to me too. I saw one of my teachers in high school at an event I was school.
All right, so Miss Hood Unicorn, those questions I just asked you were like the easy warm up questions. These why you made that face?
Oh, it's gonna get difficult. Okay, Jeopardy round 2. Let's go.
Nah, it ain't gonna get difficult. It's just gonna be a little bit more in depth.
Okay.
Like those are more simple. These are more complex. Now with these, at the same time, you don't have to answer as long as you want or as short as you want. You know, it's not. It ain't no right, no wrong answer. And anything I ask you, you can say skip a pass anytime, and it's cool. Um, my first question for you is, I'm gonna ask these two back to back too because they go together. All right, so my first question for you is, what is your message to the girls of the future who are 20 years and younger? My second question for you is, what is your message to the women of the future who are 20 years and older?
Don't let them silence you. Your voice, whatever you have to say, whatever is important to you, however you want to say it, that's the most important thing. And that's to the younger and to the older. It don't matter. Quiet women never make history. And so it's always going to be somebody that asks, why you so loud? Why do you cuss? Why you sound like that? Why you do this? They're going to question you every time. And when they do, stick your chest out, fix your crown, straighten up your back, and tell them because I fucking want to. You know, I've had to tell people close to me. I've had to tell family. I've had to tell friends. I've had to tell my spouse. You know, sometimes you have to stand up for yourself and say, "This is me. This is who I am. This is who I'm gonna be. This is what I want to say. This is my passion. This is." And no one, nothing, there's no reason for you to feel ashamed or you have one life. You don't know what happened before this. You don't know what's going to happen after. So why let anyone else dictate how you're going to live this life? Eddie Griffin said once, he said in a joke, he said, when we die, people look in the casket and they always say, damn, he look good. He look good. He look real good. He said, I don't understand that. When I die, I want you to look at me and be like, God damn, she lived. Like, what the hell? Because I lived. You know, we're living this life as if we want to get through it unscathed. Like you don't want to have any bumps, any bruises, any scars. You want to make it through it and you want to look good on your deathbed. But the people who have scars, every last one of those scars is a story. It's a it's a it's a journey. So when I die, two things gonna happen. One, it's probably gonna be a closed casket because I'm gonna ride this vessel till the wheels fall off. And two, I'm gonna hire somebody to come in and be like, God damn, I had to hear from the weed man that she died.
Bitch can't tell me. Like, damn, why couldn't you tell me about to die, bro?
I had to hear from the weed man. For real. Y'all ain't shit.
For real. I'll be glad to do it for free. Promise you that. And I'll bring my kinfolk with me. They'll do it too. Hey, man, yeah. For real.
Yeah.
For real.
That and I mean, I know you got to have enough money to be able to say you want this. So hopefully, I'll have enough money. But I really don't want to be buried or anything like that. Like I'd rather you know, burn my ashes and spread them across the world. Put my ashes in some balloons and let them go. And then when they pop in the atmosphere, I just rain down all over y'all. I just sprinkle my loving all over y'all one last time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could do that. Or you could put me on a raft and push me out in the ocean, and then have an archer shoot an arrow out, and then I blow up like off of
I know you talking about too. I know you talking about too. I know you talking about.
It's called a Viking's death, but you know, I don't want to tell y'all. See, then y'all know I'm a closet nerd. I've already said too much. But you got to do me like they did Thor's mom. Okay, my bad.
Straight up, straight up. All right, so my next question for you is, all right, so I'm gonna ask these three back to back because they go together as well. The first one is, what would you tell your future self 20 years from now? What would you tell your husband 20 years from now? And what would you tell your children 20 years from now?
How old am I? 38? 58? About to be 60? 20 years from now, my son's 10. So my son would be 30. My daughter would be about 25. Okay. What would I tell my future self or my past? Wait, say it one more time.
What would you tell your future self 20 years from now? Your lady who's almost 60, what would you like her to know right now as her being 60 years old watching this video?
Man, look. So I'm talking as me to my 60-year-old self.
Yes, ma'am. You right now at 28 to your person
38.
I was saying how old you look, not your age.
Go to the spa more. I don't know. I honestly hope that whoever I am at 68, whatever I have to tell myself now is stupid. I don't feel as though there should be anything at my age now that my 58-year-old self or myself that's about to turn 60, there shouldn't be anything that I should be telling myself in the future that would be no. It would have to be the other way around. I think I'm still stupid.
It's not. I got a better question for that then. What do you wish somebody would have told you? What do you wish somebody would have told you at a younger age that you had to find out when you got older? That you didn't find out until you got older.
No, I got you. Don't take yourself so seriously. It's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. Set your standards and hold anybody who comes around you accountable. If they can't meet or reach or exceed your standards, then let them go. And it would be the same thing for my daughter and my son. I have a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old. So 20 years from now, I would want them to feel the same way. I'd want them, don't take yourself so seriously. I think a big issue that we have in life right now is we feel like we're supposed to be somewhere, or we already supposed to be doing something, or we should have already achieved or whatever. And we take ourselves way too seriously. Um, I feel, especially as women, we don't set standards enough. And if we do set the standards, when people don't meet our standards or don't even try to, then we lower our standards to accommodate the person instead of letting the standards do exactly what they're meant to do, weed out the undesirables. So I would definitely tell my children that. And for my husband, again, I'm stupid right now. Anything I'd have to tell my husband would be related to what's going on in our lives right now. And at 60, I hope that's our issues at 60 wouldn't be the same issues that we're having now. So I couldn't be able to try to give my husband any advice except for you chose me, bruh. Ride this roller coaster. It's your fault.
Ain't nobody make you. Hey, that's on you. All right, so Miss Hood Unicorn, my next question for you is, what is your message to all of the women around the world?
Martin said it best. Fuck them. Fuck them, girl. Fuck them.
I be trying to keep my composure. I be trying to keep it. I can't spell it, but I know what it means. I be trying to keep it. I be trying to keep it, man.
No. But yeah, no, yeah. Live in your passion, chase your purpose. As long as you are being your most authentic and real self, fuck them. Fuck them, girl. Fuck them.
I be trying. I can't. I can't. Yeah, I be trying to. That shit don't work. That shit don't work. Whoever taught me that on them little kid shows, they lied. Yeah.
Oh Lord, you make me want to see now. I feel like I would want to be interviewed by a professional. Like I hate when people be like, "Oh, he's a professional." What qualified him to be a professional? Because he got more hours, whatever. So look, I would love to be interviewed by a so-called professional just to see if I could knock them.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
see if I could knock them off their game. All right, you gonna interview me? All right, baby.
I want Dr. Phil to interview you.
Man, what? Dr.
That's
Phil
right.
had me committed. Dr. Phil had me committed because if he interviewed me, the first thing I'm gonna say is, "Bring that Catch Me Outside. How about that now, girl, in here?" Because I got something to say to her. And soon as she say, "What you got?" That's what
No,
I
no,
got
no,
to
no, no,
say.
no, 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 no. She ain't 18 yet. She ain't 18 yet.
But goddamn, let me tell you something. Where I come from, she'd have been like, "Catch me outside. How about that?" And I'd be like, "Come on, let's go outside then." The moment she walked out my door, I would have shut the door and locked it. Now, what you gonna do outside, huh? How about that?
For real.
Little
Sure.
dumbass girl, my bad.
I don't give a fuck. Speak your piece. Shit. For real. Speak your piece. Ooh, I want Judge Joe Brown to interview you. He be so cool and calm. Judge
oh,
Joe
oh,
Brown.
wait, I got a list. I got a list of people that I want to interview. And I promise you, Judge Joe Brown ain't on my list, but Judge Mathis is. I want to meet Judge Mathis so bad. I've been watching his show for so long that I just want to tell him, "Thank you, Judge Mathis. You got me out of a lot of trouble." Why? Because I watched your show. You know how many people ask me, can they borrow some money and they pay me back with their income tax check? And I'd be like, Judge Mathis said that is not a good decision. I let somebody borrow my car one time, and before I did, I made them write down on a napkin that if they wrecked my car, that they would replace it. He was like, "Are you seriously gonna make me?" Yes, because in a court of law, it, it is good. We met at the mine, baby. Just just Matheson got me out of some trouble. Yeah,
For real. For real.
yeah, he done kept me
Hey,
out of some trouble.
it's 2020 now. When you about to sign you gotta record that jump. Hey, so this is November 2nd. Your name is what? State your name. Like the police do. Same thing, they state your name.
Oh,
Spell
and
it.
a text message as well. A text message. Hey, what? I do not play them games. And that's a side note for anybody who got Cash App. Make sure you have them put in the notes what it's for. Otherwise, they can come back and try to say it's money laundering or something. I make sure it's always a reason why in the notes for child support.
Okay. Real straight up. Straight like that. That's it.
And people be asking me, "You got to pay child support?" They my childs. I got to support them. It's child support.
Straight up.
And if you
Absolutely.
sending me money, it's going to my child's. It's child support.
For real. For real. If anybody send me money, just put to I don't know, say to go get some soap. I don't care how much. It's okay. I'll be like, they wanted me to get some soap. They say I'm armpit smelling bad. You know, send as much you want.
Have a reason. Gotta
Won't
have a
never
reason.
promise you. I won't never bring the police to your crib at all. We got evidence. It was for soap. All right, so Miss Hood Unicorn, my next question for you is: do you have any more shout outs that you would like to make to your friends or to your family?
Hi, mom. You're not gonna watch it, but nah, my mom. If it ain't about Trump, my mom ain't gonna watch it. Vote. Election is tomorrow. Vote. Um, Shout outs. Follow my show, All Hustle No Fear, on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, all of them. Um, I'm always looking for new guests on my show. I'm always looking for sponsors, people to push their brands. You can reach me through my Insta bio. It's on all of my links, and it'll also be in the bottom of his description. My goal in life is to, or my motto, my mission statement, whatever it is, that's something. Always have a mission statement. Know what your purpose is. Otherwise, you're just kind of floundering around. So my mission statement has always been and will always be to add value. That's what I do. Anything that I become a part of, I'm becoming a part of it so that I can add value. And if I don't feel as though I'm adding value, I leave. And it's period and point blank is all it is to it. Live your best life, be happy, and don't let anyone stop you from shining. Uh, can I recite a poem that I absolutely love? If I can, I don't want to get it wrong because everybody says it wrong, and I hate it when people do stuff wrong. I want to do it right. Oh my gosh, my phone's not even charging. You suck.
You say you don't want to pronounce it wrong.
No, no, it's not. No, I can pronounce it, but there's so many different versions. I'm sorry. You can edit.
Take your time. Take your
Look, you can
time.
edit.
No, I can't. No, I can't. All right, so boom, we take a commercial break. All right, so this first, I appreciate everybody for watching so far this whole time. Our first sponsor today is brought to you by Fuck Racism. Y'all gotta stop being racist, man. We don't want nothing to do with y'all. It's okay. We don't want you to come kiss us on the cheek. We don't want you to come hug us. We don't need that. We just want you to respect us. If you see us, throw your head up, keep it moving. That's it, dog. No, we're not asking for everything besides $100,000 reparations every 10 years. But other than that, we cool. Yeah,
Y'all
but
wouldn't even know
nah,
what to do with that reparation money. Get on my nerves.
you right. Hey, but I'll find something to do with it. I'll tell you that. You right. What?
I found it.
For real.
All right. Uh, this kind of goes to everything that you've asked me over the last few, what would I say to my future self? What would I say to my children? What would I say to anybody else? This poem for the last, I'd say 15 years of my life has been on my wall, and there have been a couple of different times in my life where I've recited this poem every day to make sure I understood that I believed it, and I live it, and I do. I try every day to live this. Most people know it from Coach Carter, or you know it because it's been attributed to Nelson Mandela. But a lot of times they're missing pieces of it, and the pieces that they're missing are the most pertinent ones sometimes. So it's by Marianne Williamson. She ran for president this year, but didn't make it. But it's called Our Deepest Fear. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that others won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. As long as you live in your best light, you give others the ability to live in theirs. And hopefully I can be a lighthouse.
Yes, ma'am. Who'd you say the poem was by again?
Marianne Williamson,
And what's the name of it?
Our Deepest Fear.
Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is what did your parents teach you as a child that you are trying to teach your children now and that you're trying to teach them in the future?
Hard work, dedication, consistency, and honor. Character is everything. And whether they taught me those in a positive or negative way, those are the things my parents taught me.
Absolutely. Um, my next question for you is could you say your social medias and yeah. I'm gonna have your links in my description. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'm the Hood Unicorn. As always, you can find me on all social media platforms. That's TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Tiki Taki, everything. You find me everywhere, anywhere that there's a social media, I probably got one, and it's all hustle, no fear. You can also find me at Hood Unicorn Official or Hood Unicorn in some kind of way. I ain't even gonna tell y'all my Facebook, like my personal one, because they made me put my real name and shit, and I'm mad at Facebook for that because it did say Hood Unicorn. No, it used to say Urban Hippie, but they suck. Whatever. Uh, so if you know me on Facebook, that's what's up. If you don't, that's what's up. I'm funnier on Instagram anyway. And yeah, I'm out here in these streets. That's why they call me the Hood Unicorn. I'm the Hood Philanthropist.
Absolutely. My next question for you is what would you like people to know about you before they watch you go to your channels?
Um, if I said it, I meant it. And the whole purpose of you being on my page is to laugh and have a good time. I go ahead and throw out a little bit of knowledge every now and then. But more than anything, don't listen to my stuff at work without your headphones in.
Damn, straight up NSFW. That's what they say.
Because I do not get fired laughing at me. Okay,
Mm.
you will not get fired laughing at me.
What type of content do you post or do you create?
Everything I do is about positivity, life, and having fun, living life to the best. And cannabis. Cannabis. I am definitely an advocate and a proponent for the legalization and decriminalization of marijuana.
Free Uncle Joe, to my partner. That's it. I ain't never said that in one of my interviews. I've been bullshitting the whole time. I forgot. Free Uncle Joe, free Joe, free Joe, free Joe, free Joe. If you don't like him, fuck you.
Free Joe. Free Joe.
For sure. For sure. For sure. All right, so oh yeah, free everybody, man. Like I feel like the prison system, the judges.
No. We're not freeing everybody. Some of them deserve to be
that's
in
not
there.
what I meant. That's not what I meant. No, hell no.
You broke the law.
No, there's some police in there who killed black people. They need to stay.
Yeah.
No, ain't no way I'm gonna say that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
It's a couple of y'all. Like, let Jeffrey Dahmer stay. He can stay.
Oh yeah, and arrest George Zimmerman. That's another thing. Yeah, arrest him.
I wasn't gonna say arrest, but okay.
For sure.
Them Florida boys.
For real, I don't know what they got going on, man. Like, hey, dog. Hey,
you're not gonna get me caught up in that. You're not gonna get me caught up in saying some stuff I ain't
Shout out to Florida. Shout out to Florida. Shout out to Florida.
Shout out to Florida. That's all we're gonna say. Them Florida boys. Shout out to Florida.
For real. For real. All right, so my next question for you is how do you feel women are represented in the world? It's not. My next question for you is
no. That is start a whole. That is no, because we don't get the. It's not even that we don't get or whatever. It's just that our world is a patriarchal world, and so everything is gonna be on the basis of folks that have dicks.
For real, this country was founded on corruption. That's all I would like to say. And Caucasian males founded this country. Not thinking about nobody else but themselves, and now they're deemed as heroes. Fuck Christopher Columbus. Excuse my language. Yeah, fuck that man. My next question for you is, what do you think needs to be changed for women to have more power?
Men to have less.
That's your heart. That's the hardest answer I heard. Ain't nobody said that yet. That's what I'm talking about.
Men to have less. This women. It's not gonna be a whole thing about women more women gotta vote. No, you got women that vote for men instead of voting for women. So that ain't it. It's you just have to reduce the amount of power that men have, and the only way to do that is we ain't figured that out yet. Because I don't see any time in history where, well, there was a time, but they won't really let that be talked about the way it's supposed to. But in Egypt, women had a lot of more power than they want to. Anyways, so let's keep going. We can't change it.
My next question for you is, and I like to say this. I try to say this to all the women I interview, but well, to all the people I interview, because I don't interview no dudes. But yeah, I try to tell all y'all this, that like I'm taking a social psychology class right now, and it's like my teacher, she don't sugarcoat nothing. Like she be giving it, we be going off the script so much. Like all my classes online, but we be having like little like calls like this, and she be telling us like one thing she said is like it's a proven fact, and it's like a scientific fact that they did research on that that some, not all, but some Caucasian males of the higher up positions and like that do the hiring and stuff, they don't, they automatically decline women from the ages 18 to 28. Some of them, not all of them, but women from the ages of 18 to 28, just because women have a chance of getting married and getting pregnant, and then some of them believe that is that women only want their job just so they can have a baby and then get paid for it to sit out for the 8-9 months. So yeah, that's a fact. Like my professor told me that. Now my teacher, my professor, she got her doctorate. She don't play. But yeah, for sure. I just feel like all women need to know that, and I'll be forgetting to say it. I need to write it down, but it's okay. But yeah, that's. I just want you to know that for real. 18 to 28. No matter what color you is, even though that plays a big factor too. But still, yeah. My next question for you, Miss Hood Unicorn, is ooh, I can't wait to see your face on this one. So I'm not asking this for me. I'm not asking this for me. It's for everybody else. Do you feel police brutality is a real thing, or do you think it's made up?
I believe in history. The whole reason why there were police was so that they could capture runaway slaves and bring them back to massa. I don't have to believe if police brutality is real. The numbers in the TV shows it. My cousin was killed by an off-duty police officer 2 years ago. I don't need to believe it. I can see it. You don't have to, I don't care what you say. You can put syrup on pancakes all day long. I mean, you can put syrup on shit all day long and call it pancakes. That don't mean I'm going to eat it.
Absolutely. Well, Miss Hood Unicorn, what about the people who say there's no racist police, all police are good? You making a face like it's thinking you're wrong. What? Mm.
Uh, See, I've learned over the years I don't have conversations with certain people because I don't know how to say things. Like I'm that person that'll have this conversation with somebody and be like, "You really are this stupid, huh?" And then the conversation go left because they be like, "You calling me stupid?" I'm like, "No, I'm just calling your ideology stupid." But since we gonna talk about, like, no, I have a black son. There are things that I'm gonna have to teach my black son. There are conversations I'm gonna have to have with my black son that white women don't have to have with their white children. It's conversations I have to have with my black daughter that white women ain't gonna have to have with their black kid, they black daughter, they white daughters. It's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. I don't live this life thinking about all the stuff that's fucked up that I can't change. I'd rather live this life thinking about all the stuff that I'm happy about that I got. Like, think about it. I got heat, water, electricity, weed, money. Like, I got things that I need. We could have been born just 60 years before this, 70 years before this. My great grandmother was alive. She lived to be 101. My great grandmother was born 1900. My great grandmother remembered when somebody on her street, not her, when someone on her street got a toilet. Can you imagine living without a toilet? Something as basic as a toilet. So I don't think about what I'm grateful for or what I'm happy that I have. And that's real talk. I really do rather think about the stuff that it's like you ever watch Game of Thrones and really just sit there and be like, nigga, it was cold as fuck out there. And I wouldn't have made it. And y'all out here fighting and stuff. And like, y'all ain't even got salt and pepper. Ain't no paprika or nothing. Like y'all just eating just hard, nasty ass snake. Like I could, you know what I'm saying? It's things like that I be thinking about. Our ancestors lived through some shit. I couldn't like. I could turn my nose up at food. It's times in our life, in our we couldn't have even did that. We don't even have that. You know what I'm saying? Like we laugh at people who eat chitlins. Our ancestors, it's people in our family that used to damn break their neck to get them chitlins because that was the only food they had available. I think about the positive, not the negative.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all up here trying to doggone boycott adobo. Ain't even had no adobo.
For real. I forgot to say this earlier. I like your little. I ain't never like. I don't have 92.3 here, but like your channel, your Instagram page. I love your interviews. Them joints cool. Like
Thank you.
I can't stay the whole time. I'll be doing homework and I'll be trying to get other women to do interviews with. But I laughed one time. You interviewed the policeman. You interviewed the police, and it was like you was like he was talking about something with guns or something, and he was like, "Yep," and no headshots. Send a mask. Send a mask. Send a mask.
Yeah, because you know, police officers don't aim at your head. They aim center mass because it's a wider target to aim at. So you got to aim center mass. But I'm a woman. I'm going to aim center mass, but I'm going to lower that bad boy just a little bit. If I can catch them beans, I'm going to pop you in them beans.
For real.
You going to remember me.
To all my African community, get your gun license. That's it. If you can't shoot no gun, put a beam on it.
Learn how to shoot. Please learn how to shoot.
Put a 30 on it. Put a 50 on it. Put that 100 on it. It's okay. Because one of them going to hit. That's all. Get your gun license.
Go learn how to properly handle the weapon. I would hate for you to just be shooting a gun and then you ain't cleaned it in 6 months and that bitch jam on you when it's supposed to work. It ain't just about having the license. It's about having the knowledge and the respect for the weapon. So I just like to add that to it.
Yes, ma'am. And that. All that she said. Nothing else. Ammo. Yeah.
Right.
My next question for you. All right, so I got like 3 or 4 more questions. But now these right here, that's these African questions. Could you please send a positive message to our brothers and to our sisters in this world on helping each other instead of hurting each other? If that makes sense. If it don't make sense, I can explain it a little bit better.
You ain't always got to get paid for everything. Showing love is a lot better than needing what's the word I'm looking for? Like you can show love without having to reciprocity. Like you ain't gotta quid pro quo it. Just show love because you want to.
Yes, ma'am. How do you feel Black women are represented in the world?
The same way Malcolm X feel.
And for those of y'all who don't know and who too lazy to do the research, I'm gonna tell you. He said, correct me if I'm wrong, the worst, the most disrespected, most untreated, most looked down upon, most talked about, most abused, most tortured, most mentally, physically, all that is the Black woman in this world. She is the most disrespected person on earth.
But you also got to understand the Black woman is where life comes from. Black women are the only women who can produce every single race of people on this earth. Black women, we are the womb man. WOMBMAN, meaning from us all life comes. So I believe that as well. We are magical, pure magic.
And y'all be eating these nasty behind foods. They cook the best as well. Just to let y'all know, can't nobody cook better. I don't care what you're talking about. But yeah, Miss Hood Unicorn, my next question for you is, what is your message for all the Black women around the world?
Fuck them, girl. Fuck them.
For real. Right,
Do you, boo?
Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is, what would you do if you were the president?
Of what?
Everything, everybody.
Of the world?
Yo,
Oh man, that's that pinky in the brain scenario, man. I don't want that much. I don't want that much. No, that's that Lex Luthor syndrome. People who want to take over the world are narcissistic and have grandioso. Nah, I don't want to take. I don't want to be in charge of that many people. I'm good.
all right. Can I word it a different way?
look, nope. I don't want that much power. Nope.
Can I
Nope.
word it a different way?
Spider-Man said, "With great power comes great responsibilities." And what's his name? Tommy Pickles said, "I don't want all this responsibilities." Y'all tripping.
I agree. May I ask you in a different way? If that's
Go
okay.
ahead.
All right. So, just hypothetically, if you got a phone call and it said our 45th president of the United States is about to run the entire world. um, before he makes this decision, you are the last candidate in the United States who is a possibility of running against him. Would you let him do that, or would you take that position?
I mean, I don't think anybody should deserve to run the world. It's that no one should. I can't answer that question because no one should be allowed to run the world. There's too many people and too much stuff going on for one person to have that much power. No one person should have that much power, regardless. I would be the person trying to kill him. No one person should have that much power. Period.
I agree. Um, my last question for you, Ms. Hood Unicorn, is there anything that I didn't ask you, or is there anything that we didn't talk about that you would like to express?
No, we good. I think you covered it all.
Yes, ma'am. Well, y'all look, this Miss Hood Unicorn. She from Atlanta. She got her own radio show. She do hair. She do nails. She a mother. She everything, all in one like gumbo. If y'all don't like my channel, it's okay. I ain't doing it for me. I'm doing it for them. So please show her some love. Now to Miss Hood Unicorn, I do appreciate you taking your time late at night out and giving me this little bit of chance to pick your brain. I appreciate it. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to do a whole lot more. And I appreciate this little bit of time you gave me now. It means a whole lot to me.
Awesome, awesome. You be safe. I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am.